Hello, my BFFs. Welcome to Bath Fizz and Foam. It's Monday, which means it's time to make something because on Mondays we make things, and that's why we call it Make With Me Monday. I'll turn this sucker down a little bit. He's just kind of irritating me, okay? All right. So today, we're going to make shampoo bars. We're going to follow the shampoo bar PDF. Looks just like that. And we're going to actually use the one that's called the Best Pressed. But it's called Best Pressed, and then in quotes or parentheses, it's called Amanda's Favorite. So this is actually a bar that you can press, and I'll show you the picture real quick, like how you could like smoosh it into a mold, and then like it could become like a bar like that, which I have found I really like that recipe, but I don't like to press it. I don't like to wait to press it because it doesn't take that much time, to be perfectly honest, but it does take time and I don't want to wait for it. So I like to do this recipe, and I just like melt everything together and then pour it into silicone molds. So I want you to also know you have the freedom to do stuff like that. Golly. Also, today this one's going to have activated charcoal and kaolin clay and tea tree. So it's going to be a detox bar. Okay? I've never made a detox bar. We're going to do it together. All right? Sound great? Everybody here ready to go? Wait, where's the... Okay. So we only got like a tiny bit of this stuff. All right, let me get my gloves on. And we'll start weighing everything. And then... Is that my glove? That just came out of my box. Is this my glove? Oh, this just came out of my husband's box of gloves. Hold on. That makes sense as to why it wouldn't fit. This is my box. Okay. This is going to be much better. Watch. Much better. I did get a box of gloves recently where like halfway through the box, the like quality of the gloves changed. So like halfway through the box, they I don't know, they felt different. They felt like thinner. This actually might be, okay, yeah. See how this one's shiny and this one's not? Like this one's significantly shiny, this one's not. So, and this one's also tighter. I mean, it's not bad tight, but it's like tighter. What's going on? This is loose. You can see the little wrinkles in it, right? And then this one's tight. What? What? All right. I've already weighed out most of those ingredients. I'm gonna hop onto Facebook and see if there's comments. There doesn't have to be. You don't have to be commenting, but like if you are, I don't want to be ignoring you. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, look at that. 3 comments. Nancy says good afternoon. Good afternoon. Marilyn. Oh, that's a neat way to spell Marilyn. Says hi. Keelan says you can pause Twin Peaks to join. Oh my god, I love Twin Peaks. Yeah, I like Twin Peaks a lot. I tried to get my older son to watch it. It's different. It's a different vibe when you're watching it in 2020-ish mindset versus when you're watching it like in the 90s or whatever, but yeah. Okay, so this recipe starts off with SLSA, which is a powder surfactant. And we also have stearic acid. This is going to help the bar be firmer, not be mushy. We have, it says cocoa butter in the recipe. I just need to make a new pack of this, but I usually use this like, it's like infused with rosemary. So it's like green. It's really pretty. You can't tell it's green maybe? It's like a light green. This is what I usually use. But I don't have enough of it ready. So we're just going to use regular old stuff in here, okay? and it'll be fine. Your hair will still be happy. Okay, then we have cetyl alcohol. This is also a hardener. It's also an emulsifier, so it's going to help like the oils and stuff, like grab onto the oils from your hair and then like pull them away. This is like going to clean. And also it adds like a really nice conditioning, soft, silky feel to your hair. Speaking of silky feels to your hair, okay, I've been working on deep conditioners and leave-in conditioners for like a hot minute. And the one right now that I'm like digging on, look how pretty my hair looks. Look how shiny and pretty my hair looks. Yeah. It's good, right? Okay. Stop whipping my hair around this stuff. And this last ingredient is BTMS 50. It's also, technically, it can be an emulsifying wax, but it's not really very good at that unless you use like a bunch of it. But we like it because it has high conditioning factors to it, so it's going to make your hair really smell really nice. When you open the container that has the BTMS 50 in it, and it smells real bad, okay, like Miss Thing needs to go to the doctor. That's normal. It has like a real fishy smell when you open it. It's not going to be in your products though. You're good, okay? And then this is the last ingredient. This is SCI noodles. And I'm just going to put all that in there just like that. And then I'm going to pop this in the microwave. It takes about, I'm going to say 5 to 10 minutes. It takes a little minute. Nectarina says you're driving. Perfect way to watch a live. I agree. No, I would I would never do that. We're not. Kathy says hello. Hi, Kathy. So this morning I had to go to the doctor. Thumbs down. Don't suggest. Don't like. Not fun. Got a shot. Got a blood. I swear to God, they took like a gallon of blood. I was like, do you still have more? Are you going to give me a cookie when I'm done with this? Because, like a cookie and an apple juice? Because you're taking a lot. Speaking of blood, did I tell you guys the story that we were at, I probably did tell you all this, but we were at a market and this guy like walks up to our tent and he's like, may I come in? And we were like, sure. And so he comes into his tent and literally as soon as I said sure, me and the guy who's next to us, who's like a comic book guy, we were both like, oh my God, he could be a vampire. Because you're supposed to like, canonically, you're supposed to have to invite vampires into your room for them to be able to, or your house, for them to be able to attack you. So maybe today she was a vampire. Because she took a lot of blood. Miriam says, can you melt each ingredient separately? You could. But there's really no reason to do that. So, like, if you wanted, there's no reason to do that. I guess if you wanted more noodles, you would, like, more noodles present in the, visually in the bar. You could just, like, skip adding your noodles to this part. But stuff like the stearic acid, if you melt it separately and then you try to pour it into something else, it hardens really quickly. So it's better to just like have it all together melting. But the noodles for sure, if you wanted to get more of that pressing texture for sure, with like a 3D printed mold, then definitely you could leave the noodles out of this. I guess while that's going, I could be so smart and we could like measure out our other ingredients. Okay, so let me see. We're gonna do the standard stuff first, and then I'll put the right, the extra stuff. Okay, thank you. Brain no worky. So I'm gonna have hydrolyzed oat. I guess I want it in a glass jar. I'm gonna put the dimethicone and cyclomethicone in first. I'm gonna put dimethicone, which is a lightweight silicone that does not build up on your hair. When people say like they want a silicone free shampoo, yes, I understand, but you're talking about older types of silicone. Dimethicone and cyclomethicone do not build up on your hair, okay? In fact, cyclomethicone will evaporate in the air. It will just evaporate off. Dimethicone will evaporate or be rinsed off after one rinse. So you really don't need to like have very many concerns about it having silicone. But I know that like people don't know. They don't know what they want. They only know what the TV tells them to want, you know? And so you are going to still have people who are like, no, I can only use silicone free on my hair, which is fine. Like, I support your choices in life. So if you wanted to do without silicones, you could use daikon seed extract. You could use, there's an all natural one. It's like Scylla something that there's options. Okay. I do happen to like the dimethicone and the cyclomethicone. I think they do great. My hair likes it, as you can see. So, and I also think it has to do with the porosity of the hair. So if you have like, I have like type 1A hair, which is like super straight. Like I don't put anything in it to make it straight. It's just straight on its own. Versus, starting to stink. Starting to smoke. Ugh. Versus, you know, like a more porous type of hair, like a type 4 or something like that. Hair that has more texture to it. So, okay. Wow, I'm glad I started stirring that one, or caught that when I did. I've left before in a batch of, oh my god, this was terrible. In a batch that I was trying to rebatch, I put it in the crock pot. Sorry. I put it in the crock pot and then I left it and it burned. And like, I didn't leave it for like a little bit. I left it. Like, I probably had it going for like 2 hours. My workroom smelled like somebody had died in it. It was so terrible. Gonna open that door. Okay, well, I've never had that happen. But now it's happened. Now we know it's a possibility. So if you were going to press the bars, this would be a really good texture for pressing. But we're not pressing it. So I think I'm going to leave it like this though, especially since I burned it a little bit. I'm going to leave it like that. And we'll see how far we get with the rest of it. So I'm going to add, let's see. Oh, okay. The other thing, also I've had this cough. This cough is what I went to the doctor for this morning. So I've had it since December. So, somebody mentioned in the shampoo bar group about using powdered panthenol. And I had never tried it. I'd only had liquid panthenol. So I tried it the other day and I really like it. I think that if you are having issues with your shampoo bars being too sticky, because I've seen people say that before, that you could try swapping that out for this. And I've also seen, or last week or the week before, whatever, in Patreon, somebody mentioned using powdered preservative. So that's another option. So that is another option. So I'm gonna add, hold on. I'm gonna add the panthenol first. And I'm literally just gonna add it straight into here. I don't know if there's a different way to do it. I've done it this way, it worked, right? So here we go. And then I'm going to stir it in. And if you do it in a glass container like this, it stays like fluid and liquidy for quite a while, which really gives you a lot of time to play with it and mix everything in. If you're doing it in smaller containers, then, you know, it might cool down faster, but since this is such a big container, it's going to keep it warm for me for a good minute. Okay, so we had the cyclomethicone, the dimethicone, we had our protein, we just added our panthenol. Let me do a temp check on this really quick. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're good. We add that. Stir that in. Now it's going to get really liquidy once we add those. See how much it's loosened it up. Okay. I'm also going to add, okay, so I'm using the best press, but I'm also using the amounts from the detox bar to know how much to put in. Okay. So we're going to do, wait, where is it? Is it not on here? Where did it go? No. This, okay, look. This ebook has so many recipes in it. If you haven't bought it yet because you were just kind of, I don't know, on the fence about it, it has so many recipes. It has so much stuff in it. Like, I have not even tested all of the bars that are in here because there's so much in here. So if you, like, I highly encourage you to take a look at it and consider it. Before this, I was not really like a huge fan of shampoo bars because the only ones I had ever tried had been either cold process soap shampoo bars, which my hair could not handle, nor could my lifestyle handle smelling like a pickle, because you have to do a vinegar rinse, and people are like, oh no, the smell goes away. Not for me. Not for me. I got to walk around smelling like a freaking pickle all the time, okay? So no, not for me. Did not. Absolutely not. But then also, surfactant-based shampoo bars had done me dirty too. They did me dirty. Lush and stuff, oh my god, they like tore my hair up. So, hold on. Yeah, Lush and stuff tore my hair up. So, I don't know. I was very like, when Amanda said she was going to work on this, I was like, good luck. Have fun. I'm not going to go down that path. I had zero interest in it, but she did a really good job. There's a recipe in here for everybody. There's something in here for everybody. Doesn't matter who you are. You can alternate these to have, like, I'm not going to say all natural ingredients because, you know, surfactants, hello. But you can have so much control over what goes into the shampoo bar. All right. Dark. Wonder if I should have flip-flopped the amounts. We're going to find out. Okay, let me get my little thing right here. No! Not the lids. Not the lids. It's a problem for later. Did I tell you? I went to the doctor this morning. Did I tell you that? Yeah. I'm not like on my A game today, but that's okay. So this is rosemary essential oil. It is also part of the mentha family. It also has amazing properties for hair. Just saying. There's a reason I usually use rosemary infused butters. Okay. Has a lot of good things for hair going on with it. This one is lavender, just to tone down that tea tree minty thing a little bit. Although, depending on the type of lavender you have, sometimes lavender can also have that very astringent fragrance to it. And then this is the actual tea tree. Okay. So now I'm going to stir it all together. And what do you got? Ding dong. Okay, stir that all together. And if you were going to press it in a pressed container, you'd want it to cool down, so you might transfer it to a different container. This one's going to retain the heat for a while because it's glass. If I wanted to press it, I would transfer it to another container to kind of start that cooling down process. And then I would use cellophane or cling wrap between the two different pieces to press it. I know that I've pressed some before on a live. I'm about 99% sure I have. So I'm not going to do that today, but you could. I'm not going to do that today because I have lids all over my floor right now. Quite upset about it. You don't belong. All right, this is my favorite size mold. These fit perfectly in our tins, which are right here. So we wrap the shampoo bar in a coffee filter, put a sticker on it for the inside. If it's perfectly inside this, and then we have a sticker on the outside and a sticker on the back side, so the front and back label. That's how we do it. And this container makes like, the bars are like 2.25 or 2.5. I can't remember exactly how big they are. And then you just pour. And if you don't like them, if you end up not liking the batch that you have, like if it's not pretty for you or something, you can melt it down. Just do it very gently so that you don't mess up anything else that's in this. You don't want to like overheat your preservative or your fragrance oils so that they flash off. But also, I would make, before you do any size bigger, right, there's a sample 100 gram size batch already in the formula, and I highly suggest that you just do 100 gram batches until you get accustomed to it and know what you're looking for and know what your supplies are going to do, because you don't want to make a big batch and then waste a ton of expensive ingredients, right? So that would be my little caveat to you. Okay, these are going to take about maybe, I don't know, 30-45 minutes to cool. I don't know how long. They're going to cool down. Then when they're cool, I'm going to pop them out, and then when those are done, I'm going to put them in a container. Not with those lids. Not with those. Those all get to be sanitized again. Okay, let's see what the Book of Faces has to say to me. Let's go back here. He's going over it. Alright, what are we doing? Okay. Angela says that's how they watch. They're still alive in the car. Victoria says, a friend contacted you because she developed an alcohol allergy, and you said there's no way to make a conditioner without alcohol because of cetyl alcohol, cetyl alcohol, BTMS50, and are you wrong? So it depends on what she means by having an alcohol allergy, because so these are not like alcohol, like grain spirit alcohols. This is the fatty acid of a naturally occurring lipid or whatever. So it's not the same type of alcohol, and it's not going to dry you out. So I would ask her like specifically what she's allergic to, because she she should know. She should know exactly what she's allergic to. Most of the time when you have an allergy like that, like you have to talk to, or in my experience, you get to go to a, a dietitian, and then they get to tell you other things you can't have anymore. It's like real fun. So I would think that they would be fine, but also I'm not a doctor, and also she needs to like be really specific about what she's allergic to. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes people say that they're allergic to something, and you're like, are you? I'm not gonna doubt you because that's your, you know, but are you? Is that what? Yeah. All right. Miriam says, is a double boiler okay to use? Absolutely. You could use a double boiler. You could use a crock pot. You could melt it in the microwave like this. You could melt it just over the heat. So you could do that. Nectaria says that you're thinking about the fit check. The way the little influencers kids do it. Fit check. I got socks on. Nectaria says they like pickles, but they don't want to smell like one. I love pickles. A good crunchy pickle. Crunchy, no sweet pickles. So those are from the devil. Anyway. Oh, okay, wait. She said she was having a hard time using her conditioner and was having a hard time finding one without alcohol. I don't know. I don't know about that. They're not the same. So fatty alcohol is definitely not the same as isopropyl alcohol or even like a grain proof type of alcohol. So it's interesting. It would sound to me more like she's allergic to that fatty acid rather than the alcohol, but I don't know, to be perfectly honest. It sounds interesting. It sounds like one of those things that people, I'm saying it sounds like one of those things people say, but I could be wrong. And you know what? Let her do her thing. If she wants to use one that doesn't have alcohols in it, she just needs to get a lotion bar and put it on her hair in the shower. Because I think that's the only other solution for conditioner wise. Also, the commercial shampoos and conditioners like drive my hair crazy too. Like I get super itchy with it and stuff. Anyway, if you guys are in Patreon, come hop over to Patreon. I know I said I was going to do deep conditioner and stuff like that today, but let me show you. Okay, hold on. I have this little guy right here. And I want to turn him into a caveman. So I was thinking I would use Bubble Magic to make a little outfit for him that's like leopard or cheetah print and then paint him. So I think I might do that instead. Because I had a rough morning. I had to go to the doctor. I got shots and took half my blood. I will leave links in the description for everything that I used today, where I got my supplies, where I got these molds, where I got this, where I got this, what, most comfortable hoodie in the world. If I forget anything, just ask and I'll go back and add it up. And that's it for today. Thank you for hanging out with me. And as always, happy making. Bop.